You're listening to the Scottish Shindig on Radio GH with Ewan Galloway.
A warm, a very good evening and welcome one and all to the Scottish Shindig here on Radio GH. I hope you've all had a fantastic week, and it's amazing how quick the time goes that it's time for another Scottish Shindig. 2 hours of your requests, dedications and some of my choice of music along the way. We've got a great show lined up tonight for you with a lot of variety. A few songs, some Norwegian music, some Shetland music, some piano solos and even some pipes, so you'll have to tune in for the whole show to hear what you don't want to miss out. We're starting off tonight, lively style. I was playing for a ceilidh last night, and one of my favourite ceilidh dances to play for and also to dance is the great Virginia Reel with a big word spelt in it that everyone must do. It's Y-O-O-O-C-H, yuch! And it's Scott Harvey and his ceilidh band. What a better band to start off tonight's Scottish Shindig and get your feet tapped. So start moving that sofa back right now and get into your sets as take your partners for the Virginia Reel. Starting off tonight's Scottish Shindig here on Radio GH, that was Scott Harvey and his ceilidh band with the dance to Virginia Reel and a great selection of tunes finishing off with Boil Dem Cabbage Down. Great to see that everyone's managing to get tuned in, and a few people on their way, I believe, tonight on their way up to Forfar Accordion and Fiddle Club. So if you're travelling to far away, have a great journey and a safe drive, and hopefully enjoy your night. For those that are staying with me for the next 2 hours, here we go with a set of 4/4 marches here, led by Michael Phillip and his Scottish Dance Band. And I must say a special thanks to Michael. When I was up in Shetland just a wee while ago, Michael lent me his PA system for my gigs when I was up there. So it's much appreciated, Michael. And here's your band to play a set of 4/4 marches. very much. That was Michael Phillip and his Scottish dance band, a great set of marches written by himself. Starting off with that first tune, a great tune, very popular, Willie Johnson of Dunedere. Next up is our first request of tonight's show. We've got quite a few to get through, along with a few other items. This is Grant McDougall's request. It says, "Hi Ewan and Tiger and all the Shindiggers who are tuned in tonight. Could we please have the song My Mother by Alistair Gillis, please, to remember our mum who passed away sadly 8 years ago on Tuesday the 2nd of August. Many thanks from Ian and Grant." Well, here it is lined up on our record player here from a 45. It's Alistair Gillis and My Mother. That request there from Grant and Ian, who's tuned in tonight, and that was requested in memory of their mother, Alistair Gillis. They are playing. Next up, we have the Burns Brothers Ceilidh Band lined up in the play with their album All Fingers and Thumbs, and that's certainly how you play indeed. It's a request from Cyril Thompson for the Dance of Britannia two-step, so up in your threes please round the room. And the second tune on this track is a well-known tune composed by Graham Mitchell, a good band leader also, Robbie Shepherd, MBE. George and Jordan Burns there, forming up the Burns Brothers Ceilidh Band, and a great selection of 6/8 marches there for the dance, the Britannia two-step. Playing that one for Cyril Thompson, and hope that you're keeping well to Cyril. Nice to see that you're tuned in. Next up, it's one of my choices this time, and it is a fiddle player, a great fiddle player based from Canada, a Canadian fiddle player and composer. Also one of the few European Canadian fiddle players playing professionally in a style called Metis. It's a cracking tune here. It's called The Sponsorship Scandal, and it comes from his album called The Big C. So enjoy this. I think certainly it's got bits that remind me of the Shetland Accordion and Fiddle Festival when you hear the guitars, bass and fiddle and piano playing. It just sounds swinging. Enjoy. Yes, great fiddle playing there from Calvin Volrath, a great Canadian fiddle player. I'm going to dedicate that one to all the people who are listening in from Canada tonight. And speaking of Canada and British Columbia, White Rock, BC, this is the composer who lives there now. It's Alan Barnett. Alan has said, could I request the tune Lorna Mackenzie of Fraserburgh? I think it's meant to be Lorna Jack, but it says Lorna Mac here. It's definitely Lorna Jack, I'm sure, of Fraserburgh. Patricia Wilson asked me to compose this tune for her boss, who was retiring as the chief executive of the Law Society of Scotland. So here it is, Alan Barnett's tune, Lorna Jack of Fraserburgh. Lorna Jack of Fraserburgh, composed by Alan Barnett, who's hopefully tuned in tonight over there in Canada. Now, we have quite a few Shetlanders tuned in tonight, and I know that you'll enjoy this. It's nice to see Elaine Marie Copeland tuned in. She says, I know Calvin Volrath, he was in Shetland many years ago, and saying that she also got the chance to meet Graham Townsend many years ago. So good that you're tuned in, and I hope that you and John are well. And there's a wee Norsk track coming up later in the show, which I'm sure you'll both enjoy. In the meantime, this is a request of a Shetland band, and it's for something very special. It says, could I request a tune on Sunday night show for Willie and Ailey Stevenson, who got married in Airdrie last Saturday? I believe Ewan is doing the show that night. Here I am, so you can decide on the tune, but something with a Shetland connection would be great. And that's from a regular Shindigger, John Anderson and family. And for yourselves, and to celebrate your wonderful wedding and congratulate you, it's the Cullival Band here. It's a nice lively track, and it is the 60 Fathom Reel, followed by Willie Taylor's fiddle, and finishing off the set with Magnie's Matchless. So up in your sets, and off you go.
The Scottish Shindig with Ewan Galloway.
Farewell to you, my own true love. I am going far away. I am bound for California, but I know that I'll return someday. So fare thee well, my own true love. When I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have shipped on the Yankee sailing ship, Davy Crockett is her name, and Burgess is the captain of her, and they say she is a floating hell. So fare thee well, my own true love. When I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. The sun is on the harbour, love, and I wish I could remain, for I know it will be some long time before I see you again. So fare thee well, my own true love. When I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee.
Yes, the wonderful Tartan lads, Bill and Ray there, singing The Leaving of Liverpool, and I'm going to dedicate that one to Donald Todd. I record Gordon Young's show now every Friday before it goes out on Saturday, and we have a great time. And Gordon always tells me how much Donald enjoys listening to all these sing-along tunes, so I'm sure he would have been singing along there. In fact, I opened the window there and I could hear someone singing down in the Musselburgh direction, so it must have been you. And that honest tune, Donald, and the honest tune. Next up, it's great to see Graham Cairns on, and it reminds me I need to get in touch with you, Graham. I will catch you up at some point. I think the next song's going to reach number 1, Graham, in the chart hits if it keeps going the way it's going. It's the tune My Heart Leads Me Back to Scotland, composed by Graham Cairns himself, who's tuned in tonight. And the request comes from Gloria Hayher saying, please could you play this tune for Sarah Horn, for all the ups and downs that she's had with her cooker, her car, her tyre and everything else. Think that she would definitely enjoy this wee tune by Ewan and Graham. Well, I'm glad to see that Graham's tuned in to hear his tune and song, and enjoy Sarah.
As I look upon my life laid out before me, like the pages of a book I've often read, I'll go over all my past and all my present, making calls of indecision in my head. I've been up and down along the road of sadness, in solitude's deep shadows where I roam. It's my heart that leads me back again to Scotland, and the happiness among the folks at home. There's been time of great uncertainty in my life, and places where I never will return, but the welcome that awaits me in my homeland is worth bearing all the troubles I have known. I've been up and down solitude, steep shadows where I roam. It's my heart that leads me back again to Scotland, and the happiness among the folks at home. In that green and pleasant land they know as England, I found some people there that I call friends, but there's nothing there that binds them all together. A land of counties stretched from end to end. I've been up and down along the road of sadness, in solitude, steep shadows where I roam. It's my heart that leads me back again to Scotland, and the happiness among the folks at home. Up and down along the road of sadness, in solitude, deep shadows where I've roamed. It's my heart that leads me back again to Scotland, and the happiness among the folks at home. I've travelled up and down across the miles of Scotland, and friends there are plenty to be found. Full of open heart, you'll always have a welcome. The better place in the whole of all mankind. The better place in the whole of all mankind. The better place in the whole of all mankind.
Graham Cairns' song there, My Heart Leads Me Back to Scotland, and a big favourite of a lot of people just now, which is great. Great to see you're all enjoying it. I noticed a wee message came in from Iris Sanderson during the set of Shetland reels that we were playing for John Anderson's request for his family's wedding. And it said, thank you for the super tune, splendid Shetland reel. Marina would be tuned in, and we was wondering if we could dedicate it to her. Although it says splendid Shetland reel, Marina, but does likely no feeling like in the night. Hopefully I said that right in Shetland. Ewan, could you dedicate a tune to her, who's Marina's currently got COVID, and wishing her a speedy recovery. Well, we've not got a Shetland reel lined up for you, but hopefully you'll enjoy this. It's a great composition by Alan Nicholson, and here he is with the band to play Roderick Slater's Farewell to the Malakoff, and sending you best wishes for a speedy recovery from all of us here on Radio GH.
afternoon, it's the Scottish Shindig in every tune.
Yes, it certainly is. And next up is a request for Brian Davidson to play Anything at All by the Occasionals. So lined up is a great set of 2-4 matches. I've not seen Wee Annie tuned in tonight yet, so I think we're safe. It's two great tunes. The first one is The Taking of Beaumont Hamel, followed by the 80th Regiment, and it's the Scottish Horse Royal Artillery, and it's played here for the dance, Baden Powell. was the Occasionals there with the dance, Baden Powell. Two great tunes there, starting off with the Taking of Beaumont Hamel. Next up, it's time for another song on tonight's show. We've got quite a few songs to play. This one's requested by Vida Brown. She says, I'm hoping to hear an old favourite of mine. It's the Spinning Wheel, and to sing it for you is Joe Gordon, Sally Logan.
The ivy, dear mother, against the glass flapping. Ivy, I surely hear somebody sighing. 'Tis the waiting for you, love. Get up on the stool, through the lattice, step lightly, and we'll roar in the grove where the moon shining brightly. Lazily, easily spins now the wheel runs, slowly and lowlyer's heard now the real song, noiseless and light to the lattice above her. The maid creeps and reaches the arms of her lover. Slower and slower and slower, the wheel spins, lower and lower and lower, the reel rings. Ere the reel and the wheel stop their spinning and moving through the grove, the young lovers by moonlight are
The Scottish Shindig, the best in Scottish dance music and song.
That was Joe Gordon and Sally Logan there with the spinning wheel. And going from the spinning wheel to something that a few of our listeners have been speaking about tonight on the social media pages. A lot of people asking who remembers the Spinners. Well, here they are to sing a quick song, and we'll dedicate this to Chief Gary Tate. It was great to see you and your mum at Hutton Dance on Friday night, and here we are with A Drunken Sailor.
Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. What you do with a drunken sailor? What you do with a drunken sailor? What you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. Wake him shaking and you'll break him, wake him shaking and you'll break him, wake him shaking and you'll break him early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, way hey, early in the morning. Put him in a scrub or the hose pipe on him, put him in a scrub or the hose pipe on him, put him in a scrub or the hose pipe on him early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. Pull out the plug and wet him all over, time to ropes and then keel-haul him, send him up the crow's nest till he falls down early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. Shave him on the belly with a rusty razor, shave him on the belly with a rusty razor, shave him on the belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. That's what we do with everybody. That's what we come on, let's hear it now. That's what we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises. One more time. Way hey, up she rises, way hey,
was the great sound of the Liberty Bell, played by the Craigawong Band for a military two-step, and that's their latest CD. You can purchase that at quite a few accordion and fiddle clubs when they're on, and they're helping to raise money to support the National Association of Accordion and Fiddle Clubs. So if you're in a position to do so, please do support them. You can also find them on the Bus and Fiddle website. Now, I don't know if Elaine and John Copeland are still tuned in. Hopefully they are. I promised them that I would have a Norske track on tonight's show. This is from an album called Festival, and it features one of the great guitarists that goes to the festival, Ryder Dahl, along with a few great accordionists here. And it's called Fnitter Polka. Enjoy. Brilliant playing there, and behave yourselves. That was a Fnitter Polka, playing that one for John and Elaine Copeland, who are tuned in there, also from Shetland this evening, which is lovely to hear. Now, next up we have a track. Now, you're going to have to excuse this here, but I have a wee joke, as always, from the Gruesome Twosome. And it's from Bill and Marie. Marie the boss, of course. I hope that you're keeping an eye on Bill and making sure that he's behaving. It says, "Hello, Ewan, Tiger, and all the Shindiggers. The Gruesome Twosome. Hope you're well. I did my first nude painting. The neighbours complained, but the front door has a lovely finish. Could you please play any track by Alan Crookston?" Well, after that joke, I think we'll have to redeem ourselves. Here's a lovely Pride of Erin waltz. indeed a lovely selection of waltzes there for the pride of Erin Waltz. Great to see Mary Kemp tuned in up there in Orkney, and I hope that you're keeping well, Mary. Here's a set of tunes for yourself. It's by the great Phil Cunningham and Ali Bain, and they're playing one of Phil's own compositions, one that you all know. Yes, it is indeed The Crack at Clashmore Hall. Phil Cunningham and Ali Bain there, both playing and starting off that set with the crack at Clashmore Hall. Lovely. Next up, we're going to slow the tempo down completely and have a nice relaxing track for you all. We like to have a wee slow one now and then in the show. While I do this, I'm going to play a video that is on Mum's Facebook. She's just posted this 8 minutes ago saying that the birds have come out into force to listen to the Scottish Shindig tonight and think they're fairly enjoying the music whilst they have their nighttime bath. So for those that are watching, you're in for a wee treat. And the tune here, this is a fairly new tune that I came across the other day. It's a great piper and musical instrument player, a musician, called Kenneth Mackenzie. And this is a really nice slow air. It's called Sunset on Soonart. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did relaxing to it the other night there. Yes, a lovely piece of music. Played there by Kenneth Mackenzie. That was a slow air and called Sunset on Soonart. There's a request here that comes in from Robert Bruce. I think you're still down in Gala. Rab, I was past your house the other day, but I wasn't sure if you were in or not. And you've asked if we can play a wee request on the show in memory of wee Titch. Titch was an accordion player that used to come to all the festivals with Rab and Sai. They're very well known up at the Dunbar Festival, very big supporters of that, but sadly Titch passed away, it must be about a year ago now maybe. and Rabs asked if we can play one of his favourites. It's the Carrera Polka, and it's played here by Sandy Nixon and his Scottish dance band. Now, I actually had 2 sets of tunes lined up by Sandy tonight because I wanted to thank him. I got a last minute phone call on Monday and the chance to go and sit in and have a tune with the band, and I thoroughly enjoyed it at the Troon Hall. So thanks very much, Sandy. Here's 2 tracks back to back of Sandy Nixon, polkas, and then my favourite set of reels from Sandy, Baldy Bain's Fiddle.
Hi there, this is Bill Ewan. You're listening to the Scottish Shindig on Radio GH.
Ewan Galloway.
I'm your man.
Two great sets there from Sandy Nixon and his band. The first one was the Carrera Polka. Carrera is a tiny wee island in the Scottish Inner Hebrides, close to Oban. And back in 2016, you'll be interested to know the population was 45 people, and it was divided into north and south. I believe now that the population's down to about 34 people, but people still live on the Isle of Carrera. Followed that with the Baldy Baines fiddle set, a great selection of reels. Now, next up, we're going to go continental, and this is a request from Rose Powell. It says, "Dear Ewan and all, please can I request anything with an Austrian flavour this week, as I'm off to Germany and then Zillertal next week, and if I could play a track that has a flavour to it, that would keep them all happy." Well, there's a band called the Orwell Cayley Band, and they're going to play for you a lovely selection of Austrian waltzes. And we've got some photos that Mum and Dad took on their holiday a few years ago to accompany you and hopefully get you in that wee mood. lovely selection of Austrian waltzes there, played by the Orwell Cayley Band, playing that one for Rose Powell. Well, it's a very special day for a few people today, because it is a few people's birthdays. And I'd like to say a happy birthday to Ian Ogilvie. I don't know if Ian's tuned in tonight, and Ian plays the piano and the keyboard. And I'm not sure if Ian's still presenting or not, but certainly enjoyed his programmes on the KY 107, I think it was, in Kirkcaldy. And very enjoyable shows. It was also another fellow presenter's birthday from Radio GH, and that's Andy. Happy birthday, Andy. And there's a wee request here for you from Susan. It says there's a continental tune you play that she finds difficult, and it's got a bit in F. Well, the tune is Dantesque, and here to play it for your birthday, and hope that you're feeling better soon, Andy, is Richard Smith with Dantesque. Richard Smith there with Dantes, playing that one for Andy's birthday. Have a great day. Next up is a request from Scott Williamson, and this is interesting. I'm glad that you've requested this, because I've been meaning to play this on the show for a long time. Could you please play either Donald Dean Rankin or The Sleeping Warrior for my grandfolk Jesse and Alistair Lawrenson from Vidlin, who have their golden wedding anniversary on the 4th of August, and that comes from all the family. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful golden wedding anniversary, Alistair and Jesse. And here for you is the man himself who composed The Sleeping Warrior, Mike Gill. And I got a lovely email a few weeks ago from Mike, so thank you very much, and hopefully I'll be tuned in tonight maybe. Here is his composition, The Sleeping Warrior, played, and it's the pipe version, so I hope you all enjoy this. The Sleeping Warrior. Happy golden wedding anniversary.
The Scottish Shindig with Ewan Galloway.
Was indeed Bill Ewan from his lockdown sessions. That was requested by Vida Brown earlier on in the show, and it just made it in time for some of the requests. Got about half an hour left to go. I don't know how I'm going to manage to get all these great tunes in, because there's still quite a few tunes that I would like to play on tonight's show, so we're going to have to crack on and get on with it. On with the show, as they say. Now, there's a new show. It's a mixed show, and it's going to be on every Friday on Radio GH at 1 o'clock. So we're trying to keep everything fresh as much as we can, and give you a bit more variety where it's possible. We've got a few different shows. Some of you might have come across, some of you might not have. But on Tuesday at 1 o'clock, there's a new mixture of pipe bands and drums. It's called Piping Hot, so you can tune in and hear some pipe music. On Wednesday at midday, there's going to be a tune called a show called The Midweek Ceilidh. We're currently working on that, and we've got all your requests that you sent in a few weeks ago all lined up, ready to send out to presenters this week, hopefully. And then we've also got a new show called Swinging Sounds. Now, that's on a Friday at 1 o'clock, and the idea of that is to give you something a wee bit different to listen to on a Friday afternoon to make your day go a wee bit more cheerier and chirpier. And it includes music along the lines of Clan McJazz, the Scottish Dixielanders, and other bands. So here's an example of Scotland the Brave by Alistair MacDonald. And you can hear stuff like this at 1 o'clock on Fridays.
Scottish dance music and song for your enjoyment all day, every day. Radio GH.
Lindsay Weir and her Scottish dance band there swinging along nicely for a Mississippi dip. Now, next up, we're going back up to Shetland one more time for today's Scottish Shindig. And back to 1985. This is an accordion orchestra, and it's led by my accordion teacher, John Leslie. John Leslie's Accordion Orchestra. This comes from their original recording, Accordion Versatility, and it is indeed the Shetland two-step. John Leslie's accordion orchestra there, and Graham Cairns there saying, how many great players has John taught? And I've had a wee tune with many of the bands and played in a good few of them. John's taught many players, Marian Anderson, Sandy Liggett, Ian Hudson, Robin Hamilton, loads, and Gary Tate as well. John taught Gary Tate. There you go. We've got time for a couple of requests. I think I've got 2 requests left that I need to fit in. So the next one is from Donald Todd, and he's requested anything at all by the Clappy Doo Ceilidh Band, please. So lined up in the player for yourself, Donald, is a wee selection of reels. The Drunken Piper. Must be quite hard to play the pipes when you're drunk though. Dance the Baby, Itchy Fingers, which we have quite a lot playing the accordion, and Henderson's Reel. Graham Monroe and the Clappy Doo Ceilidh Band there, playing that one for Donald Todd there, who says, yuck! I'm glad you enjoyed it, Donald. Now, the next track, I've had to leave a wee bit to near the end of the show for those that are watching on our social media pages. For those listening on Radio GH, you'll probably hear right through it. It's a request from Elizabeth White, and I hope that you're well, Elizabeth. It says, hi, Ewan, Tiger, and all the Shindiggers. It's been a long, hot stretch here in Rhode Island, USA. But we would love any tune of your choice by Old Blind Dogs, if possible. Thank you so much. Well, I hold my hands up, Elizabeth, and this is one of the first times that I've heard Old Blind Dogs. I had to go and have a wee look in the folder and see what sort of track we could do, and I thought, being near the end of the programme, how about a lovely song called Rolling Home, and it comes from their album The Gab O' May. It's Old Blind Dogs.
Call all hands to man the capstan. See the cable running clear. Heave around and with the wheel boys. For our homeland we must steer. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. From the pines of California and by Chile's endless strand, we hae sailed the world twice over, every port in every land, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee, and to all you blackguard pirates who would chase us from the waves. Heed ye well that those who've tried us soon have found their watery graves. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. We were boarded in Jamaica, where the Jolly Roger flew, but our swords were hardly drawn, boys, ere they took a rosy hue. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. We return with precious cargo and with bounty coined in gold, and our sweethearts will rejoice, boys, for they lure their sailors bold. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee.
Blind Dogs, and funnily enough, somehow managed to keep on social media. Now, there's a first. Next up, we're going to play a track. This is a dedication from me to Daniel Allen, who's tuned in tonight. Hope you're well, Daniel and Jamie. And I noticed a comment from Lindsay saying that Daniel liked my t-shirt, which says "Eat, Sleep and Trains." So this is especially for you, Daniel. Hope you enjoy it. Sandy Kane and his band with the Orange Blossom Special.
my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, when I lay sleeping, I dreamt that you were by my side. When I awoke, dear, I was disillusioned. You were gone, and then I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
It's lovely to hear our late Derek Hamilton singing there, a song that I'm sure we all enjoyed, You're My Sunshine. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in to tonight's Scottish Shindig here on Radio GH, and we've made it right through the 2 hours to the very end, leaving you with Gordon Patillo and his all-star band with a great selection of jigs for the Arcadian Strip the Willow. This comes from his album 7 Star Cayley. I'd like to say thank you very much to Susan for collating all your requests as usual, and I'm glad that I've managed to get through as many of them as I can. Stay safe, enjoy your week. Andy will be back with you next week as I venture off up to St Andrews to the wonderful summer school. Maybe see some of you there, who knows. Thanks very much for listening, everyone. Take care, stay safe, stay happy, and have a wonderful week. Here's Gordon Patillo. Thank you.